Legend has it a long time ago there used to be this thing called Junkyard Joust. There ain't many of us left now who remember it. Jousting for fun. Not anymore. Now the joust is the only way to survive. The only way to get the lifeblood that keeps our vehicles running and keeps us in the game. But that's a story for another time. What the world ought to remember is how we got here in the first place. Well, this is that story.
A three-way tie, a contested elimination, and maybe even some Borg interference have all led to this very special episode of Junkyard Joust. That's right, it's a runoff. Hi, everybody. I'm Aaron Yonda. It was a wild ride, but these 5 teams are here now, and 2 of them get to move on to the main event. 3 will not. This runoff is between Tool Time Crimson Crashers, Jousters of the Universe, Industrial Accidents, and the War Pigs. We are jumping right into the joust with the VW T1 panel bus, sponsored by Ellis Wertenberger. You can see the randomly determined running order. Each team sends down 1 car at a time until all 25 cars have gone down. Crimson Crashers here tonight to prove that they, and not Tool Time, were the ones that should have moved on. The War Pigs have decided to send down the Humvee first, sponsored by Swedenborg Smorgasbord. Humvee slams into the back of that VW and stops dead in its tracks, but manages to stay on the track, and that's important. Up first for the Jousters of the Universe, the Motu Wind Raider, sponsored by Sean and Patrick Hogan. The Wind Raider, unsteady vehicle, wants to take flight, I think, but somehow manages to stay on the track, and now they're all locked in and lined up. Up first for Tool Time, it's Tooligan, sponsored by Regal Radio. Tooligan knocks that Wind Raider into the air, and that thing does like to fly. Look at that. A nice flipping, overturning recovery, and it lands upright. Industrial Accidents, one of the teams involved in that 3-way tie. They are sponsored by Dimbulb. First up for them, Road Roller, sponsored by Sloss Automotive Sachet and Buffet. Big hit by the roller, goes all the way under Tooligan and knocks that Humvee off, but does not manage to eliminate either one of those vehicles. So a good hit, but it's not gonna help Industrial Accidents. Up now for the Crashers, it's Gazella GT, sponsored by Hendrika's Heavy Hauling. The Gazella gets under Road Roller. Road Roller goes up and takes a bad turn, goes over upside down. That is probably gonna be an elimination. First one of the round so far. War Pigs are going with the military Jeep now. The Jeep flies through the Gazella, and that thing twists and turns all over the place, but does not manage the recovery. That's going to be an elimination for that Jeep, but now it's curbside. That's going to be dangerous. Skeletor is going to take a shot, sponsored by Kieran Shelton. Skeletor, ooh, man, nasty hit right there. And Skeletor just goes straight upside down. Gets the elimination, but at the cost of his own sacrifice. In case you missed it, we've got an arms race going on here at the junkyard. Picard has been kidnapped by the Borg. Now the Borg's got to go up on Grease Rod and head down the track. Tool Time, of course, headed up by the controversial Tim the Destroyer vehicle. Grease Rod now, though, for Tool Time, sponsored by Emo Dingo. Grease Rod slams into the back of the VW, enough to get it to go curbside, and that is bad news for that VW. Impact was so great that the Borg flips out and looks kind of stunned lying on the ground. And what's this? It looks like the crafty baby Cookie was hiding in a bush, and now that the Borg is out of sight, I think Cookie's gonna mount a rescue operation.
Mind your business!
Well, on with the joust. Speed Dozer now for the accident. Speed Dozer, wow, devastating hit right there, but the VW does not go over. Grease Rod, however, is sideways, at least for the moment, and Speed Dozer tries to escape the track, doesn't quite make it. And I think I hear baby Cookie, yep. Cookie has managed to climb on top of Winneborgo. Now, this is a surprise. I thought she was gonna rescue Picard. Maybe that's part of the plan still. Pontiac Banshee, sponsored by Beak's Busted Barn Finds. Banshee had the best performance in the qualifiers. Oh no, this is good, but not for Crimson Crashers. The VW has been pushed off the track now sideways. Probably no coming back from that. So a devastating hit, but not to their team's advantage. Winneborgo is teleporting after that conversation with Cookie. I don't know what is going on here, folks. In any case, Half Track is up now for the Pigs, sponsored by Tim the Bear Neal. 153 grams, and the Banshee is popped right off the track. And look at that, grease rod makes a recovery after that big hit. More bad news for Crimson, but a reprieve for Tool Time. And I guess Cookie was mounting a rescue. Picard is safe on top of Winneborgo. There goes Winneborgo teleporting away. I don't know where they're going, but the Borg still lying stunned on the field. Probably didn't even see any of this happen. Back to the joust with Jousters of the Universe. Another one of the teams with that three-way tie. They're gonna send down none other than He-Man himself, sponsored by Chum. He-Man slams into the back of Half Track and cannot get that thing off the track. Almost gets under, but bounces backwards. So much power, but not enough. He does not have the power. Here comes a heavy vehicle for Tool Time Speed Driver with Al on the back, sponsored by TJG. He-Man is no match for Al from Tool Time. There he goes, skittering across the track, up to the front, slams into the crates, upside down. He-Man did so well for them in that qualifier, not so much here. Up for the Industrial Accidents, Road Scraper, sponsored by Winnebago Trauma Clinic. Road Scraper makes a half-hearted attempt to get under. Speed Driver cannot do it, though he is curbside. Crimson's gonna send down Solaire. This car is known for its offensive capability, sponsored by Brendan Walsh. Solaire gets underneath Road Scraper, and it doesn't manage to take it down. Good hit, get some action, but no eliminations. One of the heaviest teams taking part in the joust this year, it's the War Pigs, and they are sponsored by Mr. Farrier's class. The Borg was using this vehicle earlier to fend off Baby Cookie and their rocket Tank, sponsored by Emo Dingo. Solid hit there by Rocket Tank, pushes Solaire into the Speed Driver. Speed Driver is tilted. I think that's enough to be eliminated right there. We shall see. Ram Man's up next, sponsored by Sid from Cybertron. Ram Man knocks Rocket Tank right off the side. Rocket Tank flips over and is done right next to the Borg. Barely misses the Borg. Borg doesn't even know what's going on, still stunned. Now we'll see if that little stabilizer at the back of Ram Man helps him. Track Hammer is out for Tool Time. This is an undercutter, sponsored by Carlton Hill Enterprises. Track Hammer cannot get under the little doohickey on the back of Ram Man, and that ends up working out nicely. Good stop. Tractor Plow's up for the accident, sponsored by Hey Hey's Hatchback Hanger. Tractor Plow fails to plow any of these cars off the track. A little motion up front. It looks like Al's almost making a recovery. Not sure that's enough, though, with our new 45-degree rule. Love them or hate them, they're the Crimson Crashers, and they want into that main event. Porsche 962 now, sponsored by Jedi. The Porsche gets some good undercutting action, pushes Tractor Plow over, but Tractor Plow gets a little revenge right there at the end, flips that car up on top of Track Hammer, and now that Porsche is in trouble. Second heaviest vehicle on the pig, 6x6 track, sponsored by Sicken. 6x6 does manage to get that Porsche off the track, but look at that. Porsche makes a nice solid recovery, good balance as it goes up, heavy enough to survive that, and now Half Track is in danger up front. Evil Lynn now, sponsored by Crone Turtles Mini Painting. A solid push by Evil Lynn, and Half Track comes off the track and goes sideways. That was a big elimination right there. Half Track is gonna be out, and Jousters of the Universe gotta be celebrating that hit. Big hit to survive here. Tim the Destroyer, 159 grams, sponsored by Sid from Cybertron. Boom! Tim breaks up the line of cars. Track Hammer and Ram Man are tossed off the track. That's two cars moved. Even the big 6x6 is pushed up to the front. Next up, it's Street Cleaver for the accidents. Street Cleaver makes a weak attempt, cannot really get any movement there, except if look up front, Track Hammer has gone sideways. And that's gonna count as an elimination because that was the final car of round one, and what a round it was. We've been seeing a lot of eliminations in these first rounds lately, and this is no exception. 13 vehicles have been eliminated. Right now, Tool Time and Jousters of the Universe are doing the best with only 2 eliminations. Crimson, Industrial, and War Pigs all lost 3. That's pretty even across the board. And we had a little damage on the field. 6x6 track lost some bumper. An eventful round, and the Borg missed most of it. Now he's coming back to the Borg cube and noticing for the first time that Picard is gone. When a Borgo's gone, everybody's basically gone. That's gotta be a shock. Tooligans up first, right into round 2. We got 12 cars left. All 5 teams are still in it. We're going until there's only 2 teams left, so expect the tension to keep ratcheting up. First up for the Jousters, Motu Wind Raider. Wind Raider, wow, that was a nasty hit on Tooligan there. Tooligan goes flying, and look at this. Tooligan cannot make a recovery. This is a car that's been pretty good at recovering. This time just flops over and gives up. Done. Got a little boost there from Evil Weevil, I think. Humvee's gonna get a shot at the Wind Raider now. Humvee plows into Motu Wind Raider, sends it flying off the track, and wait a minute, look at this. Evil Weevil. It looked like something was a little off about Evil Weevil on that last hit, and Tooligan, it looks like, may have damaged Evil Weevil, and now Evil Weevil has come apart on the track. And yet the joust must continue. Solaire is next. Solaire knocks the Humvee into the air, and Evil Weevil is tossed off the track unceremoniously in 3 parts. That little vehicle's been around since the beginning and has taken so many hits. It finally just gave up the ghost. Wow, the drama continues here in this runoff. Man, oh man, Road Scraper's up now. Road Scraper pushes into Solaire. Solaire bounces off the safety now that Evil Weevil has been destroyed. And the Humvee bounces a little but stays upright. The Borg takes off and Grease Rod heads up to the top of the hill. Takes a moment to slam into that shuttlecraft. Must be pretty upset about what's been going on. And here goes the Grease Rod. Grease Rod, ooh man, what a hit was that, and the Borg goes flying out again, and the Grease Rod just flips upside down and lands in the back of Road Scraper, upside down. Somehow it lodged itself in there. That's a tough car to eliminate, but it might not be out if it gets punched off the back of that thing. Borg, meanwhile, stunned flat on his face. And it looks like this might have been the moment they were waiting for. Winneborgo's back with Baby Cookie, and wait a minute, there's 2 Baby Cookies. What on earth is happening here? Winneborgo has come back with an additional Baby Cookie. Is it a clone? Is it from another timeline? What is their plan? Ram Man's up now as we continue jousting, although it's hard to focus here. There's so much going on. Ram Man nudges the Grease Rod, but the Grease Rod cannot get free of Road Scraper. I think I've got something that might help. It's 6x6 track, 139 grams. 6x6 track pounds into all the cars down there in the track. Ram Man is definitely helped by having that thing in the back. Grease Rod does not manage to make a recovery, and Road Scraper is looking good right now. Just the 2 undercutters left for the Crimson Crashers. Here comes the Porsche. The Porsche pushes but can't get under 6x6. Ram Man gets squished, and 6x6 is tilting. Ooh, that could be bad. And I've just noticed one of the Baby Cookies has clambered back up on top of that missile. Let's see if Street Cleaver can make anything happen. Street Cleaver, wow, did you see that hit? The Porsche goes flying, goes right over the Borg. Maybe even biffs him a little bit on the way down, but that is gonna be an elimination for Crimson Crashers. They're down to just Solaire, good hit. Tim the Destroyer now for Tool Time. Tim massacres every car on the track. Well, really only one of them, but still that was a lot of action. 6x6 for Warpigs was the affected vehicle here. Street Cleaver makes it out fine. And as you can see from Skycam, Ram Man did survive that hit, but wow, Tim the Destroyer living up to his name right there. Evil Lynn, the final car for round 2. A big bash from Evil Lynn, bounces off Tim, goes off the track. Baby Cookie falls off the missile. Despite that mini earthquake, Ram Man somehow makes a full recovery. And we've got a Cookie on the ground, might delay whatever they have been planning. 4 eliminations in this chaotic round, but none of the teams are out. Let's take a look at the aftermath. All of these teams have been pretty whittled down right now. Tool Time, Crimson, and Warpigs are down to 1. Industrial's down to 2, and Jousters are looking good. They didn't lose a single vehicle that round. We'll start round 3 in a second, but right now we've got something going on the field with the Borg. The Borg heading over to that tank with the missile on it. He looks pretty upset. Cookie's back on the missile, and the other Cookie and Winneborgo, there they go. They're gone. Nobody knows where they went. The Borg is on the chase, though. Oh, he got stuck over on the brush. Now, as you know, Evil Weevil was destroyed. It's a sad thing. Evil Weevil's been with us since the beginning of Junkyard Joust, but luckily, Evil Weevil's cousin has volunteered to step in and be the new track buffer and prevent cars from bouncing off that safety rail. So round 3 can start now. We're starting with the Wind Raider for the Jousters. It's been a little hectic. There goes the purple Evil Weevil down to the front of the track. We still got 5 teams in this, folks. We gotta have 2 winners before this can end. You can see the Borg down in the corner, stuck on that brush still. Here comes the Road Scraper for the Industrial Accidents. They got 2 cars left. And the Wind Raider makes another spectacular recovery off the back of the new Evil Weevil. A little flip there, and luckily it goes the right way for him. The Wind Raider has stepped up to the plate and made multiple spectacular recoveries in this match and kept He-Man at the top of the pack. And here comes Tim the Destroyer. Whoa, the new Evil Weevil goes flying all the way over to the stone fences, almost out of the junkyard completely. What a massive hit! And we're already breaking in the new track buffer. That hit was so hard that Tim almost went sideways on the track, and he's definitely in danger right now. Look out, Cookie, it looks like the Borg got free of that brush. Here comes the Humvee for the pigs. Humvee, not much going on right there. Slams into the trailer hitch on the back of the Tool Time trailer and gets kind of wedged underneath. Final car for the Crashers, it's Solaire. Whoa, Solaire mows down every vehicle on the track with one mighty hit. The Humvee goes sideways. Road Scraper goes off the track and also goes sideways. Tim the Destroyer makes an incredible move and balances on the track. He's going to be the only vehicle that survived that hit. And look at this, the Borg now trying to get over to Baby Cookie. But again, he gets that tank stuck, this time between the billboard and the Quonset hut. Now here comes Ram Man for the Jousters. And a good ram from Ram Man, but Tim is too well balanced and slides off. He is not tipping. And it looks like some sort of countdown is happening. Not exactly sure what that means. I imagine we'll find out when it gets down to 0. Street Cleaver. Street Cleaver goes up off the back of Ram Man and almost goes off the track, but runs into Tim instead. No eliminations on that hit. Final car of this tumultuous round 3, Evil Lynn. Evil Lynn blasts into the cars and only manages to take out her own teammate Ram Man. Ram Man can't quite make a recovery. Street Cleaver, however, looks like is beyond the 45-degree angle, so that's going to count as another elimination. So a good job there despite losing one of their own team. They've got team members to spare at this point. They're the only team that does. Looks like we're going to have 4 eliminations and 2 teams are going to be out. We just lost Industrial Accidents and War Pigs. We're down to Tool Time Crashers and Jousters. Jousters with the edge at 2 cars. If one more team gets eliminated, this is over. We're heading into round 4 here, starting out with the Wind Raider as usual are the Jousters. The Borg still stuck on the billboard back there. Wind Raider goes a little wibbly wobbly on the track, but manages to settle down. And now he's going to have to face a hit from Solaire, one of the most fearsome cars on the track right now. And the Wind Raider goes up in the air, goes over, looks like he's not going to make it, takes a good bounce off Evil Weevil, and makes an absolutely incredible recovery. May have just ensured that He-Man and the Jousters stay in this match. Solaire might be a tough car going down, but can it survive a hit from Tim the Destroyer? Tim slams into the back of Solaire, and I have no idea how Solaire stayed on the track after that hit. Most cars would have been flung off the track after that. It almost looks like the back end of Solaire gets sort of stuck on Tim's feet and prevents it from being tossed off the track. Here comes Evil Lynn. Evil Lynn smacks the back of Tool Time, cannot get Tool Time off, although it was pretty close. And that's all 4 cars that are left in this match. Nobody went down that round. We're going straight into round 5. Here comes the Motu Wind Raider again. Wind Raider slides into place a little steadier this time as it takes its place on the track. Running order this time puts Tool Time second, Tim the Destroyer. Tim batters the Wind Raider off the track, but that thing is refusing to give up in this match. It has been consistently successful in recovering every time. And maybe some bad news here for Tim. He is curbside and Solaire is coming down next. This ought to be good. Solaire does what Solaire does so well, and Tim the Destroyer bounces and is pushed off to the side, goes sideways, tries to come back. The track prevents him from making a full recovery, but is that considered sideways, or is that going to be right side up? And the Borg has finally ripped itself free of that billboard and is racing towards a confrontation with Baby Cookie. I'm not sure what's going to happen there, folks. I'm getting a little worried about that. Here comes Evil Lynn, final car of this round. Evil Lynn rear ends Solaire, but Solaire again resists the elimination. Now the question is Tim the Destroyer beyond the 45-degree angle? That will determine whether this match is over or if it continues. The officials are going to get out the big slab of rusted iron that measures that 45-degree angle. And as you can tell from that incline, it is slightly beyond 45 degrees. The officials are saying it's approximately 60 degrees. Folks, that means Tim the Destroyer is out of this match. You've got two winners tonight. Crimson and the Jousters have done it. Crimson with 1, Jousters with 2 at the end of this. And here are all the teams that are gonna be in the main event. Although this countdown is happening, I'm not exactly sure what that means. All I know for sure is that we're going to have 30 teams competing for dominance in the Junkyard, and Indigo Ice Picks, Legionary, and Emerald Undercutters are coming back. I hope Cookie doesn't blow up the world or anything.
You guessed it!
Uh-oh. And now that countdown is down to 0. Oh boy.
We're gonna destroy the world!
And just like that, the world changed forever. Nobody knows what happened to the baby, the spaceman, and the Winnebago. And truth be told, we ain't got time to wonder about it. There's jousting to do.